Hey everybody, Twan and Guy here, and you are watching Ask the Preacher. Today I'm going to talk about the Will and Jada situation. A question was submitted about a week ago asking me what I thought about this whole thing. And I decided to wait because I wanted to get some different perspectives, different points of view. So I watched some videos, saw some therapist reactions, saw some marriage counselor reactions, saw some, YouTube personality reactions, and, just to get what people were thinking. And it's interesting. It really is. It opens up a whole lot of different conversations about sex, sexuality, marriages, what marriage is not, all of that. And I think trying to find the good in this, it opens up those kinds of conversations. But to share my honest opinion, I don't think this is any of our business. I really don't. I think what goes on in a relationship between two people, unless they decide that it should be public, or unless they decide they want to add other people and get other people's opinions, then it should remain private. And I think it was a bitch move for their son's friend to expose this in this way. It just really was it's not a good look. It just really isn't. Secondly, I want to say that after watching the Red Table talk about it, I want to say I felt, based on his body language, his facial expressions, all of that, how he was talking to her, I think that maybe Will knew that this was going on. I don't think he, quote unquote, gave permission for this to happen, but I think he knew what was going on. And I think his disappointment now is, again, this was something private. This was our marriage. And now other people are in our marriage. They have intimate details about what's going on in my house. And I think that was a problem for him. Also, I think him now understanding that the entanglement was more than just a sex thing, but she actually, I believe, fell in love or developed feelings for her son's friend. And that's a problem. I've been with you for 20, 25 years, and you're in love with somebody else. I know if I were married, that would be a problem for me. Finding that out the way I found out would be a problem for me. It definitely would. So prayers for Will and Jada. Work it out. Do what you got to do in your marriage. But I would be remiss, since this is Ask the Preacher, I would be remiss if I did not throw some scripture at this, okay? Scripture says that marriage is honorable in God's sight and the marriage bed is undefiled. So I'm going to take a minute to kind of dissect the bed undefiled. Bed is undefiled. That word bed comes from a word where we get our word coitus, or intercourse, or sex, sharing bodily fluids, getting it in, koite, I think is what it is in Greek for bed. So it is not the place where that happens. It is the act of having sex or being sexual with someone. When you are married, when you are in a relationship, a covenant relationship with someone, what you do with them, what y'all decide works for you, is your business. Undefiled meaning it is clean, it is pure, it is allowed, it is untainted, it is unsoiled, it is okay. God ain't got a problem with it. So if this couple, Will and Jada, decided that they were going to take a break, and during said break, they could have coitus with other people, that's their business. I don't think God has a problem with that. They, as consenting adults, they, as the two people within this covenant, decided that this is what's going to go on. And this is okay for us. In other words, no one's being hurt. No one's being abused. No one's being taken advantage of, or being forced into anything. It is not a rape kind of thing. We've discussed it. We consent to this. It is okay between us. So God is okay with that, because the relationship, the covenant is intact. No one is breaking covenant. And I think that being the case, people should just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. You know, I understand that this opens up, like I said before, it opens up communication. It opens up discussions about adultery, polygamy, polyamory, you know, all of that, which I will probably discuss in other videos. But for right now, since we're dealing with the Will and Jada situation, Will and Jada mean their marriage. Look, they're working out some stuff. And I found it very interesting that some therapists said, what's the big deal? They were on a break. They decided that they were going to take a break to work out some issues, whether they be individual issues or issues within their covenant. And that's healthy. One of the therapist videos that I watched, he said that's marriage. That's healthy for them to say, you know what, I need to step back from this and reassess how I feel. That's healthy, is what the therapists say. So I think us religious church folk who know God and everything that God thinks and everything, you know, we know everything there is to know about God and what God thinks, that we could counsel God and tell other people what God said. You know, I think we just need to let their business be their business. It's their marriage. And if anything, we should pray that they work this out and that whatever they decide is best for them. We kind of got to go with that. That's my take on the Will and Jada thing. Just remember, I love you, and ain't a damn thing you can do about it. All right? Until next time, have a good one.